Dealing with depression. Depression is something that affects most people around the world from time to time and can be very hard to deal with. I have myself struggled with this problem in the past, but have lately found ways to cope with this very much unwanted depression. I will write about how I go about doing this in this article. I have been born into a family which include many members who find it hard to cope with life and are often worrying about something or other. I am one of these people, and there does not seem to be a day that goes by where I do not have some issue in my mind that is making me unhappy or stressed. I have found it very difficult to appreciate all of the things in my life which are basically good, as my brain only seems to focus on all of my problems or potential problems. In the last couple of years I have tried to deal with these, what I now call challenges, and have attempted to focus more on the positive aspects to my life. This has been very hard for me to do, as I am a born warrior by nature, as I have already explained. What I now have decided to do is to try to compare my own life with that of other people who live around the world. As an example, in the last couple of days I have been watching the news programs on the television and have been hearing in horror about the current situation in Iraq. I am sure most readers of this article will be aware of what is going on in Iraq, but a couple of events have really shocked me. The first was a roadblock that was set up by people who were dressed up in police uniform. These people stopped a number of vehicles and dragged out the people who were in the vehicles onto the street. They included young and old, men and women, from what I have heard. 21 of them were shot and killed. I can only imagine how frightening this would have been. The second event took place only the next day, when 50 people were taken from their place of work and from bus stops. They were basically kidnapped and taken away in a number of vehicles. I am not sure what has happened to them since, and can only hope that they are okay. This again is very disturbing and would have been a horrible ordeal for the people involved. I am no expert on the situation in Iraq or why all of these things are taking place. I also have no idea on how things can be improved, but something needs to happen to help these people. For me, it shows me that I am very fortunate, and if I ever start feeling a bit low, I then think of the people who lived in Iraq and also people who live in other countries. I am sure that most of these people would love to swap places with me, and if I tried to explain to them why I was starting to feel a little depressed, they would probably laugh at me.